Hello, everyone. Is INEC back to its shenanigans and all of that again? Because I don't understand this report that I'm seeing here. It says INEC doubled down on public trust, says flood affected 4,000 BVAS machines ahead of Edo election. So I don't understand. Where did they keep these things? Did they keep them where flood we come and affect them? It's only the one in Edo election because we have election coming up in Edo that is being affected. Are they going to come back now and tell us that, oh, they can't use BVAS, so they're going to do manual counting, and then they're not going to, use BVAS to accredit people or whatever. And, my head, I'm just thinking of, crazy things. How are we having this at this moment that Edo State is getting for election? INEC over the time has continuously, truncated democracy in Nigeria, has continuously truncated the will of the people. And for it to continue on this shenanigan that it is doing, it's really and absolutely crazy. Despite low public trust, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu stated that the Edo State flood affected over 4,000 biomodal voter accreditation system BVAS machines. Really? Yakubu disclosed this while speaking to reporters on Monday at the two-day induction retreat for resident electoral commissioners REC in Lagos State, stating that over 4,000 machines were affected. He, however, assured that 3,500 of the affected BVAS machines have been recovered, and if there's a need for more, the commission will request additional ones from neighboring states. We deployed our technical staff, he said, and have already recovered over 3,500 of those machines. And since this is an off-cycle election, if we cannot recover the machines for Edo State, we will call for additional support from neighboring states. Yakubu added that the commission had inducted 10 new resident electoral commissioners. By the way, amongst these 10 new electoral commissioners are people who are very much, partisan APC supporters, APC people. You have people in APC. I think there's also Wike's appointee is there, and a whole lot of that. And the law very, succinctly states that you're not supposed to have anyone who is partisan be in that position. For example, somebody like me now, I should never be made, a REC commissioner. Just saying why? Because I have been partisan. I have supported, Labour Party. Even if I'm not a member of Labour Party, I've been political. I've been partisan, and I've supported the party. So that's the way it's supposed to be. But now you have even appointees of the parties, are carried on, they are appointed in to do for the rigging, to perfect that rigging that they constantly do. And one of the things for me that I find really crazy is the fact that, do these people think that they are different, that they are not going to feel the effect of bad governance that comes from, a rigged election? Is it that they feel that whatever it is that they get will be enough to take care of them, and they wouldn't need to go through what other people are going through? I think it's a very, not only selfish, but very myopic way of looking at things, because at the end of the day, we are all affected by bad governance. Like someone did say, he said bad governance is like stray bullet. You never know who is going to hit. And it doesn't matter whether you are a supporter of the corruption that is going on, the rigging of the bad governance that is going on, or you are a critic of the bad governance, the corruption, or whatever that is going on. It can hit anyone, and everyone is a victim. And I always say that, being a victim in Nigeria is no longer a matter of if you will be a victim. It's a matter of when will you be a victim. The victim card is going around everyone, and it's Turn by Turn Nigeria Limited. So we are all vulnerable to this bad governance. We are all vulnerable to the things that are happening. Just reading in the news, you see this story that has been on for the last a few days. I've not even been able to bring myself to what's the word I'm looking for now, to be able to take on that issue or look at that issue, because it's just so heartbreaking. One of the things that people really don't understand is that when you hear, especially for someone like me, I'm very empathetic. When I see something happening, I'm not saying it and say, oh, it happened to somebody else. I always envy people who can see something happening to someone, they don't relate it to themselves. I have what is called survivor's guilt. When I see something has happened to her, like, oh, That could have been my family. Why is that not my family? My family should have been. And then so it just gets at me. So I've not been able to relate with this kidnapping of a young doctor. They kidnapped all his, all his family, his wife and children. And today they've killed, the oldest of the children, 14-year-old boy, because the father could not bring 300 million naira that they are demanding as ransom. Where is a doctor going to get 300 million naira? Who has 300 million naira, lying down somewhere? Even if you have properties, even if you have wealth, you're going to have to now sell them. And the moment you're in a hurry to sell them, people are going to reduce the price. That's what they call distress sale. So how do they expect that people are going to just have 300 million naira lying down somewhere? It's people mostly that loot that have this kind of crazy monies lying down somewhere. And these people who have looted our commonwealth do have security. They have state security attached to them. They are able to buy bullet-proof vehicles, and they and their families are protected. It is citizens who are also going through the suffering, who are also going through all the things, all the hardship that is on ground, that these terrorists, these kidnappers are also going after them, and taking them out and killing them. And it's absolutely, crazy. Regarding the induction retreat for Rex, he emphasized its significance beyond orientation while highlighting its role in reviewing performance. He also spoke about the previous retreats held for various groups within the commission and mentioned upcoming elections in Ekiti, Anambra, and Osun State. He further stressed INEC's commitment to implementing administrative reforms promptly and advocating for necessary legal reforms through engagement with the National Assembly. And so this report is from West Africa Weekly. There are also other things that have carried this report on. But the thing, that goes to show here is the fact that nobody trusts this INEC chairman anymore. These are people who gave their word for the 2023 election, whom people believed that they were going to do the right thing. People invested their trust in them, and at the end of the day, people were disillusioned because that trust that was invested in them became a failed project where INEC behaved in the manner that it was going to behave. And the same INEC that had brought out the ruling, set up what it was going to do, would come again and not do any of that and get away with it. Why for me is the fact that, well, every one of us, we go hear where every one of us go hear them where we are all hearing it. And honestly, I really don't have sympathy and empathy for Nigerians anymore. If you say you want to enjoy the bad governance, feel free. Let's maybe after enjoying the bad governance or going through it, we'll now begin to think of the way out. Because I've realized a long time ago, even with your own children, that you cannot want something for someone. You must allow people get to a place where they want something for themselves. You might see a condition that is not too good, that might be of harm to someone, but they are not saying it. And until and unless they see it, they are not going to act on it. Anything you say, just look as if you are crazy. You're just saying all sorts of things and all of that. But hey, let's see as it goes. I mean, we're all here. Nigeria has capacity to deal with everyone. That's one of the things I keep saying. And like I always tell every one of us, being a victim in Nigeria is no longer a matter of if you'll be a victim. It's a matter of when will you be the victim. The victim card is going around. And when I see some Nigerians selfishly say things like, oh, I never knew Nigeria would happen to me, I'm looking at them and thinking, who the heck did you think Nigeria was going to happen to? Others and not you? That's selfish, man.